to my channel. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're all doing well. I'm wishing you all a wonderful week, and I just want to say a big thank you before we start today's video, because this week's been a week. If you guys haven't already seen it, there's been a lot of drama, and I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's been so supportive. I'm not going to talk about it because I'm not going to give the person any more of my time than they already have, but I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who has been so lovely. So anywho, for today we are working on an apartment for a teen mom and 2 under 2. Now it's a very pink apartment because I thought, you know, we need a bit more of an uplifting atmosphere, so we'll do something very pink and girly, and very like classic girly apartment. So the teenage girl is in college or / university, but you know, in my mind it's college, because she's not an adult yet. She is 17 and she has twin little girls who are like 6 months maybe. So that is the story. And the the teenager, she is in an art degree. She's studying for like an art degree, and she really wants to become a professional artist in the big city. She does have this apartment which her parents bought for her. Her parents are very well off, and they don't necessarily approve of her having the 2 little ones, but obviously they're still going to support her because they love her very much, and they love their granddaughters. But you know, they kind of wanted her to venture out on her own and try and, you know, live life as an adult then with the 2 little ones, which of course is a little bit of a struggle, but they still help her out, so all is well. Everything's hunky-dory and fine. So moving on, the 2 little girls are identical twins, and she is no longer with the partner. He lives in a completely different area to her. He lives in the countryside and she lives in the city now. Her parents do live like fairly close by, but not like directly in the city where she lives, but she has to get transport to school every day, and she's got to put her kiddos in daycare, and it's a bit chaotic, so the apartment is quite messy, and there's a lot of stuff in here that I was like, you know, very classic kind of like teen girl vibe, and especially if you had 2 little kids as well. Can you imagine? I can't even imagine being a young mum like that. My goodness, props to people who can get through and do a really good job, but my goodness. So I am now just working on the kitchen. I think this room turned out super cute. Like I said, it's very pink. I love using pink in the game. I don't know why, it brings me joy, okay? So I'm gonna do it. I always use pink in Sims. I'm not too sure why, because in real life I don't really have anything that's pink. I don't use anything pink. It's not really a colour that stands out to me, but when it comes to The Sims I always use pink. So fun fact, not I do apologise if you can hear any noise in the background. This week has been difficult with voiceovers because I have had people here who have been doing work on the house, so if there is any background sound I do apologise, or any voices. There's not really much I can do about it, so it just is what it is, but we're going to try and ignore it because that's what I've been trying to do all day and it's driving me crazy, so fun times. So moving on, we are now just finishing up in the kitchen. I did decide to put in some blinds. I went to put curtains there and I thought, well, probably not a good idea over a hob, so I did put in some blinds instead, which I think looked pretty, and it was quite a dark pink, so it blended well with this particular room. I did also layer the sofas over because I thought, you know, maybe we could have like an L-shaped sofa. I know it's not functional necessarily in the corner, but it doesn't really matter, it's fine. If you did hear that noise, that was my elbow, not me. And we are now just finishing up in the lounge. I did include some clutter in here because of course she does have 2 little girlies and it would be very chaotic, and I kind of imagine that when she gets home from school / uni, college in the evening, she kind of just throws everything in one place and just gets on with tea, dinner, whatever you want to call it, gets the girls ready for bed, bathes, oh my goodness. I need more sleep, guys. I've literally had 3 hours sleep. Fun times. But yes, so she bathes them and then she carries on with her schoolwork, so it's a bit chaotic, and I really love doing these storylines. I think it's a lot of fun to kind of come up with the personality behind the household. I think she's a very artistic Sim, and she wants to make everything perfect, and she's really trying her best, and she works really hard, so I think, you know, she's got a lot going for her. It's just life isn't exactly the easiest at times, but you know, when is it ever? So she is doing her best for her girls, and she really wants to pursue her passion in art. I think that maybe now that she's in the big city, she likes to kind of explore with like the murals, you know what I mean, the street art, which, you know, is always exciting. And I don't actually do it that often, so I should definitely do that more, because it's something that I don't do very often, which is stupid. But anyway, so that is what she's interested in, and she wants to have her own art gallery one day, so that's why she lives in San Myshuno. And yeah, she's just trying to save some money for her girls for when they're a bit older, of course, as well. And she doesn't want to stay in this little apartment forever. So I kind of imagine maybe as well as school, she does work like a part-time job on the weekend or something, and the girls have to go to their grandparents perhaps, or daycare, which she doesn't really like because she wants to be with them all the time, but it's just not like feasible. And you know, she does have to save up to try and get a bigger place, but she's just lucky that she does have very supportive parents, and they did buy this for her, so she only has to pay for the rent, which of course is still a struggle when you are a teen mom and she has full-time at school and, you know, a part-time job as well. So it's not exactly the easiest, but she's getting by and she's doing well. So that is the story. But aside from that, we are now working on the bedroom for the little girls. I think that this turned out super cute. For some reason, when I went to take the screenshots, this bookcase that I put here had glitched, so it is a different one if you do download it. It just went a bit weird, I'm not too sure why, so I did end up changing it, but it doesn't really matter. I did also change this like main feature wall around quite a lot because it was driving me crazy. I didn't like the way it looked and I kept accidentally deleting the wall, and I was like, oh my goodness. But it did turn out quite cute in the end, so I do hope you like it. But I wanted a different layout for this particular bedroom, so I did spend quite a bit of time like fiddling around trying to make it work and just get it to look the way I wanted it to look. As you can see, it's a lot of pauses because I was like contemplating what style I wanted, so I do apologise if that's kind of annoying. Usually I'm very quick at building, but today I was like, had these little pause moments where I was like, do I want that to go there? Am I sure about this? I'm not too sure, so I do apologise if those pauses are annoying, but it is what it is. Some days are just a bit like that, and you know, your brain lags as well as the game, so lately the game has been a little bit glitchy. Anyone else have the like glitch where the items disappear before you place them? You like click it and then it just disappears and it doesn't actually come up like where your cursor is. It doesn't show up, it just disappears. Now in the past I never used mods and I had this problem, and I thought, oh great, because you know there's nothing I can do about it then, is there? But now I do use mods, and I did find that it was a mod issue. I still don't really know why, but I reset all of my sims and teleported them outside of the house, and then somehow it works. If you guys do have that problem and you do use Pose Player, that's the only thing that I use mod wise, but if you do have Pose Player and you are experiencing that, that might help you, so hopefully that helps somebody who's watching, maybe. But anyway, so now we're just working on the teen mom's room. So like I said, she is very autistic. She's very autistic, and she has a very pink room, of course, and she is a gamer as well. She loves gaming, but she doesn't really get much time to do it, of course, because I mean, who would? My goodness. With that level of intensity of a lifestyle, it's not exactly the easiest thing to fit in amongst it all, but she tries, and she's got a very lovely setup. I mean, how stunning is the setup? The kit that Little Sims you made, the gamer kit, I think is just stunning. Anyone who doesn't have it, I highly recommend. It's so lovely, and she did an amazing job at it, and she's just a lovely person. But anyway, I'm loving this apartment, honestly. I do have the bathroom left to do as well, which I did end up making pink, of course. Everything is pink in this apartment. I just think it looks really pretty, so I really hope you guys like it. But with that being said, I'm going to end the voiceover by here for today, guys. Once again, I just want to say a massive thank you to each and every one of you who've been so supportive with the recent bullying online and all of the slander, and it's quite fun, not funny, it's really not funny, but you have to make light of stuff. People have been making videos of like drama as if it's like anything to do with them, to thousands of people. I feel like I'm like on the news, which is really funny. Not really, it's not funny, but it does make me laugh a little bit because these people are so clueless about the truth. So you just have to laugh it off, because if you didn't, you'd make yourself go crazy. So I mean, I think the best thing to do is just tell your truth, and if anyone wants to say anything, you just explain the truth and you wave them on, as my friend said to me. Don't go looking for drama. If someone comes to you and says, you've done this, you've done that, you go, nope, this is the truth. have a lovely day, goodbye. That is the best thing you can do. So that is what I'll be doing. I'm not here for drama, I really do not need it, but I will never stop speaking the truth. So, is what it is. Thank you all so very much for your support. Like always, I'll be back tomorrow for another speed build. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and if any of you want any support, or if you need anything at all, I'm always here for you guys. So just message me over on Instagram or in the comments, whatever you're comfortable with, and I'll get back to you. So, like always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, share it with a friend, turn on the notification bell, and I'll be back tomorrow for another speed build. Thank you for watching. Bye lovelies.
They'll always be right next to me.